What's going on, everybody? This is Joe with FBA Basecamp. Today, I'm going to show you how to find some profitable products that are resistant to tanking using Keepa Product Finder. So we had somebody in our group that came in and they were asking some questions on different product, and I saw that Adidas was having a sale. So we're going to use them as an example. So if you go here, I saw that they're having an extra 30% off of kids styles right now using the it was kids was the code to use for it. So you can go and you can click and you can see what they have as far as the different items that are on a sale that don't have any kind of issues as far as using the coupon. So they'll all pop up that are on here. I pulled a few different ones up and kind of went through the list. So if I go into Keepa, I then want to track and say I don't want to have to sort through all these products that they have. So I'll go into data. I'll go into product finder. Once that pulls up, this is where everybody asks if there's any tricks or if there's any settings that we can kind of pull from. So a few things that the quickest thing to show that, hey, if I want to take a look at things that are not going to tank as much or might have been resistant to tanking in the last 90 days, I can go into this item here where it has a percent. So you can see it says it can go negative 1,000 to 99. So what I do is I'll put in a negative 20 to 20. And what that's going to do is you'll see it gives a whole list of items that have more of that flatlined buy box on it. So then if I want to go and I just want to say, hey, the buy box as well as being having stable price and remaining a buy box, not dropping out of the buy box. I also want to make sure that it's above a certain dollar amount, so that way I'm not getting stuck with any kind of products that Amazon might be on the listing and keeping the price really low on. So I might want to say, okay, I only want products that are over, say $30. So you'll see that drops down again to 25 million products, and then we want to go in and say, okay, the sales rank. I want to make sure it's a fast mover, because if I'm looking at all these things myself, I'm not sending them to a VA. I want to limit this, and I don't want to have to go through a huge list. So I can do last 30 days. I like to do instead of the current. So I'll do 0 to 50,000 just to make these things are going to be super fast movers. So if I do that, and now, without even clicking in the Adidas, there's only 1.3 million. So then I'm going to go down to the brand and type in Adidas. Click that. There's a bunch of Adidas original, all different. Like, you can go crazy with this if you want to, but just for the sake of showing everybody, and click Adidas. Now, one of the things here is it's a kids sale, so I don't want to get all the different products of 11,000. I just don't want to go through all that. So I can go back into the text fields here, which is going to be, what Amazon's going to scrape for as far as looking for specific words. So I can type in kids. So that's going to be big kids, little kids. It might not pick up children. I mean, there's different things you can put in there. So now all of a sudden it's 363 products. That's something that I can kind of stomach, but you still might want to go a little bit less on it. And you can kind of play around with different things with the sales rank or different things with the pricing to get that number down. But in this case, we'll just go through with that. So I'll say, okay, find these products. It is going to pull up, and I have it selected so it shows 500 rows. That way, it's going to make sure that it shows all these 363. You can set that up to be 100 if you only want to go through certain ones or however you want to do it. So I'm going to click that. And now that it's popped up, I can kind of go through and I can look at these, different cleats, different things. I don't know that I want to go with soccer cleats just because if I'm going to be buying them now, I want to make sure that they get in and, wouldn't want to have any kind of prices drop down. And plus, I'm seeing a lot of these are at $30, which, just looking at would be tough to try to find them for, $10 or something like that. So I might want to go through where I can kind of sort it by, the price. So if I want to go, this. It's going to repick this back up. All right. So on, high, down, and low. Now, obviously, some of these are going to be more expensive or might be harder to find. The Captive 3.0s, they're definitely going to be in the $50 range probably. And then you can get it for a little bit less. So that might be something we can look at. So we can pull these up, see uh, if I see Captor on here. And then might be one that's excluded because they're such a popular shoe. It looks like they're probably excluded from this sale. So that could be something where you kind of go through and you say, oops, wrong one. Um, You kind of look at what they have here. So they might have like these TR23s. So you can go in and those are being sold for $70. So you can kind of go through, you can look, see if you find here's some TR23s, they're on here. They're all probably going to be at about 50, and then you get plus that 30% off once you go there. And then on top of that, Rakuten, Top Cash Back, all that stuff right now is like 10, 11%. So real good deals on Adidas if you want to scrape through and try to find, especially if you want to click through and do kids or children or however you want to do on the search settings. If you just stick with that kind of the negative 20, positive 20 or 25 or however you want to do it to look through, you can find a lot of valuable products that can make you money and are resistant to tanking. And to show you that, we can kind of go through and I'll show you what the list look like. So if we were to click on like that TR23 one, oop, that's a newer one. So let's get something here. Let's click on this. So even that's kind of, you can kind of see where the price is more stable or this one's actually going up. Um, Here's more what I'm looking for. So you see that more like stable line where there's not a whole lot of dips going down. The price stays relatively stable, so it can drop down or go up, but it's not something that's completely tanking out and having a huge problem with it. Now you can play with that number more and do like 10 and see what it does, and you'll see that if I go back and hit advanced filter, and I want to play with that specific number, and it's going to narrow it down even more, obviously. But if I do, oops, negative 10, positive 10, hit enter. And remember, never hit back when you go through. It'll clear out all your stuff. You want to hit advanced filter, and it'll bring you back to that list. So you can see this, it knocked off like 140, things off of there. So now if I click on this Adidas Samba shoe, that's going to pop up super stable line. Again, very stable. A lot of these are newer. There you go, more stable lines in the last 30 days is what we clicked into it. So that's what's going to show you. And all these things are things you're looking for that are not, fluctuating, massively, where it's indicating prices tanking. So I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us on the FBA Basecamp Discord site. You can see it on the website or go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. We appreciate all the followers and everybody who joins our Discord. Have a good one.